Hey there, I'm Chastity. Welcome to another yoga practice. So this practice is really just about moving intuitively with your body. So it's going to be a pretty gentle class. It's going to be half sort of movement, and then the other half is going to be more restorative, more yin, deep stretching. So that's what we're working towards, a little bit of best of both worlds in this class. So it is going to be a gentle class. It's perfect for all levels. However, I'm not going to be giving out a lot of alignment cues or modifications because, again, this class is more about really becoming intuitive with your body and what your body needs and what it doesn't need. So with that being said, just make sure that you know any modifications that you may need. Make sure you have plenty of pillows, plenty of blankets, especially for the restorative part of class in the second half of class. And with that being said, we're going to go ahead and get started. So take your time. You're going to need at least 2 blankets and 2 pillows. If you have bolsters or anything like that, you're welcome to use those as well. Just grab as many props as you think that you may need for comfort and warmth, okay? And then once you're all ready, we're just going to start at the top of our mat. Good. So I'll just give a little bit of time in case you need to grab any props. We're just meeting at the top of our mat, and if you are already here, maybe we just close our eyes and bend and straighten our knees a little bit. Good. So I'm going to face the camera just so you can see what I do. However, you stay facing the front of your mat, or if you need to face the camera, whatever you need to do. So if you are here, let's just close our eyes. Our feet are hips width distance, maybe even wider if we need that. Just kind of bending and straightening our knees. Noticing how the knee joints feel, how the ankle joints feel. Maybe the calves or the Achilles tendons are a little tight. And just starting to drop into your breath. Relaxing the eyelids, the jaw. Relax the shoulders, fingers and toes. Good. And then straightening our legs. So in Tadasana, there is a slight bend in the knees. It's very, very subtle. You wouldn't even really be able to see it if we were taking class together in person, but it's just a very subtle bend. And just kind of shift the weight forward and back on your feet. Notice where your feet are. Maybe shift a little side to side. And don't be afraid to really just kind of let your feet be really mobile here. You don't have to plant the feet down and not have the toes lift up. So this is time for your toes, your heels, everything to just move, lift up. You can do one foot at a time. You can pedal through the feet, right? Maybe even kind of combine bending the knees and stretching through the feet. Good. All right. Good. So just moving up our bodies. So we got our feet involved, the ankles and the knees. We're just going to kind of start to sway the hips a little side to side. Good. Just a little bit. You don't want to overdo it here. Just very subtle side to side. Maybe even start to find some hip circles. Bending your knees if you need to. Good. Just noticing how the hips feel. And just reverse your circles the other way. Good. So just a little yogi warm up here before we start the actual class. And then start to see if maybe you can get the whole lower body involved. So the feet are still moving naturally, the knees are bending. Good. And then start to find your way to stillness. Good. And then just kind of working on the torso here, so you kind of just move a little side to side. Good. Nothing fancy. Good. Maybe kind of circle the rib cage or do some cat-cows with your spine. So essentially, imagine that you were in that hands and knees tabletop position and you're doing cat-cow, or just kind of moving the spine around. That's what we're doing here, standing. Good. Awesome. Now moving into our shoulders. So big shoulder circles up and back. You can get the arms involved here, no worries. I know I taught a separate class, or I recorded a separate class where we did some shoulder circles, and I told you to really isolate the shoulders and not move the arms, but for this purpose of this class, let's get our arms involved. You can even swing the arms up and back if you'd like. Just doing what feels good, okay? I'm going to give a lot of variations of movement, and you do what feels good for your body. We're not working towards a peak pose today or a really hard, challenging flow. This is just moving intuitively, allowing our movement and our yoga practice to be a movement meditation. Good. Start to reverse your arm circles and shoulder circles. Good. And then once you kind of feel a little even, maybe just shrug the shoulders up and then shrug them down. And then shrug the shoulders up and then shrug them down. Good. All right. Let's bring our arms out wide like a T. And then you're going to cross the right arm over left. Either give yourself a hug here, and as you give yourself a hug, you want to kind of walk your fingertips along your back a little more, or take eagle wrap arms if that's in your practice. So it is early in our practice, so listen to your shoulders. Good. If you're giving yourself a hug, keep walking the fingertips back. If you're in eagle arms, you want to think that you're pulling your forearms away from your face, and then energetically you try to pull the arms apart. Good. Good. Big inhale. Big exhale. Next inhale, maybe you lift your chest up a little bit wherever you are. Tiny upper back bend. And exhale, release the arms. Shake them out. Good. Switching sides. So arms out to a T to start. Left arm over right. Give yourself a nice hug. Maybe walk those fingertips back a little more. Good. Or take eagle wrap arms. Good. And just breathe. Good. Maybe as you inhale, lift the chest a little bit, find an upper back bend. And exhale, release your arms. Woo! Let them go. Shake it out. Good. Have your feet a little bit wider than hips width distance. Nice little buoyancy in the legs, bending your knees. And you can start with your hands at your hips. And we're just very gentle twist here. So maybe even bend your knees. Okay, very gentle twist. It's okay if the hips get involved a little bit. You don't want to over-exaggerate that movement, but it's okay if they get involved a little bit. Good. If you want to take it a step further, you bring your arms out to a T, and then you kind of like cactus them, so my fingertips are pointing towards you. And then you just kind of twist side to side. Very gentle here. You don't want to yank your body side to side. Gentle twisting, bending our knees. Light engagement through our abdominal muscles. So just thinking about lifting your lower belly up and in. Very gentle. Good, very nice. Start to slow that down. Good, shaking the arms out. Heel toe your feet back so they are hips width distance. Left arm down the left leg, reach your right arm up. We're going to take a side body stretch, so we're stretching over to the left. Good. Now you want to keep your lower belly pulling up. Okay, that's going to keep the tension out of your lower back. You can look up here, you can look down, you can grab the back of your head with your right hand. I actually like to do this in some side stretching postures in yoga because I feel like I get a stretch along my tricep and it feels good. Good. Your next inhale, you're going to come all the way up. Exhale, right arm down the right leg. Inhale, left arm up and over. Good. Stretching the other side. Looking up, looking down, or hand to the back of your head. Lower belly in, stamping down through both feet. Maybe bend the knees. You don't have to go super far here. It is early in our practice. Good. And inhale, come all the way back up. Awesome work. All right, so let's meet at the top of our mat, Tadasana, mountain pose. Feet hips width distance or big toes touching, heels slightly apart. Roll your shoulders up and down your back. Your palms are facing out. Closing the eyes. Just feeling the space that's already been created with just a little bit of light movement. Notice the center of gravity has shifted within your body from when you first stepped onto your mat until right now. Maybe the breath is a little more conscious. Good. Let's inhale, reach our arms up. Overhead, maybe you want to bring your palms to touch. And as you exhale, float the arms down, forward fold, Uttanasana. Good, you can bend your knees here if you'd like. Let your head go, shake it out, yes and no. Good, and start to shift your weight towards the toes. So we're not sitting in the back, in the heels, we want to shift forward. Good, really let your head go. Good, hands to shins. Inhale, lift up halfway. Long spine, knees are still bent, our belly's pulling in. Good, exhale, fold. Bend your knees, release the head. If you have yoga blocks, you can place your hands on yoga blocks here, but if not, just bend your knees a little bit more. Good, hands to shins. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold. You can place your hand on a block or grab your left leg or left ankle with your right hand. Bend deeply into both knees. Place your left hand on top of your lower back. Inhale, try to lift up a little bit. Exhale, we're taking this into a twist. So you want to see if you can look up towards your ceiling. Bend a little deeper into the right knee so you can feel your left hip kind of pull back. Now with your hand on your lower back, you can feel your hips. You can feel them if they're level or not. So if you feel nice and even, maybe you want to reach your left arm up. And if there's a different variation that you know here, you can take that. Good, big inhale. Exhale, fold. Hands to shins, inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold. Good job. Bending into both knees. Grab your right ankle or leg with your left hand. Right hand to your lower back. Inhale, lift up a little bit. Exhale, start to twist. Good. Looking up towards your ceiling maybe. Bending deeply into that left knee. Keep the hand at the lower back or maybe start to reach the right arm up. Good. Big inhale. Exhale, fold. Hands to shins. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold. Let's bend our knees. Slowly roll up all the way through our spine, nice and slow. Once you're standing, roll your shoulders up and down your back. Tadasana, mountain pose. Big breath in. Big breath out. Nice. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Urdhva Hastasana. Maybe you look up in between your thumbs. Exhale, fold. Uttanasana, forward fold. Hands to shins. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, place your hands down. Step back to plank pose. Good. Big breath in. Exhale, lower the knees, tabletop. Awesome. So we're going to take cat-cow here. I'm going to give you some options. You can keep your fingertips forward, or you can turn your fingertips to the side, or you can flip the palms so your fingertips are facing your legs. So 3 options for you. Wherever you decide to go. On our inhale, arch our spines, pull the heart forward, shoulders down the back. Maybe you look up, stretch out the front of the neck. And exhale, round through your spine like a cat. Really embrace your cat pose. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat. Good, just take that on your own. Maybe even close your eyes. Just really follow your breath. Trying to find the full extensions of our cat and cow pose. Switching the hands around if you need to or want to. Good job. Awesome work. Okay, let's meet back into our neutral spine. Let's flip our fingertips. Our index finger, or pointer finger, is pointing directly forward. We're going to thread the needle here. If this doesn't work for you, you can keep taking cat-cow. You can take little circles through the hips, okay? So you have options if this doesn't work for you. If you're moving forward with me, let's inhale, reach our right arm up. And exhale, thread the right arm underneath our left arm. Rest the right shoulder down, the right ear down. Good, maybe walk the left fingertips forward. Maybe take a half bind. Good. Nice job. Inhale, reach the left arm back up. Exhale, left hand down. Inhale, sweep the right arm up. Exhale, tabletop. Nice job. Second side. Inhale, left arm reaches up. Exhale, thread the left arm underneath right. Good. Maybe walk the right fingertips forward. Maybe take a half bind. Good. Inhale, reach the right arm back up. Exhale, right palm down in front of your face. Inhale, sweep your left arm up again. And exhale, tabletop. Nice job. You want to scoot your knees back a little bit. Tuck your toes. Good. Round through your spine like a cat. Then see if you can hover your knees off the ground. Pull the belly in. Energetically hug the feet and toes towards each other. 3, 2. Last breath here. Exhale, downward facing dog. Nice job. Pedal through your feet if you need to. Shake the head side to side, yes and no, whatever you need here, right? Maybe it's pedaling through the feet. Maybe stillness is what you need. Just find it for yourself. Good. All right, let's find stillness in our down dog. Everyone bend your knees, press your chest towards your thighs. Send your sits bones up towards the ceiling so you elongate through your spine. Good, pressing our hands down, shoulders are moving down our backs. Lower belly pulling in. Let's take a big breath in. And sigh it out. One more time, big breath in. And sigh it out. Good job. Let's walk our hands to our feet. Hands to feet. Good. Slowly roll up all the way through your spine. Nice and slow. Once you're standing, roll your shoulders up and down your back. Inhale, sweep your arms up overhead. Exhale, palms to heart center. Good. Big breath in. Big breath out. All right, let's shift the weight over to our left foot and hug the right knee in. Okay, we're going to interlace our fingers around the right shin or the right knee. Good. Stay here. Turn and face you. So either stay here, and we're going to open this leg out to the side. You can bring your left hand to your hip, okay? You can also take a strap around the sole of your right foot, or take your peace fingers and thumb around the right big toe. Again, you can stay here, or maybe start to straighten the leg, okay? So there's plenty of options for you. If you need to come to a wall or something, you can. It's all right. We're taking a very gentle flow today, so do what you need. Careful that this outer left hip isn't poking out like that. You want to hug your left hip in, belly in, rooting down through your left foot, rise up through the crown of your head. Good. All right, we're going to move into tree pose here. So very gently, you're going to guide the sole of your right foot towards your left inner thigh or left calf, or maybe you kickstand the foot, okay? Just finding your tree pose, and let's bring our palms together. Good. So, you're pressing the sole of your right foot into your left leg, and your left leg is pressing back into the sole of your right foot. If you want to bring your arms up, you can. If you want to look up, you can. If you want to close your eyes and see what happens, you can. Just see where you are today. Embrace the wobbles. It's all right if you sway or fall. Trees sway and fall. All right. Good job. Find your drishti point. Whoa. Our drishti is just where our gaze is going. You don't want to really zero in on an object. You kind of want to keep your peripheral open, but you have a general area, right, where you're focusing on. All right, bring your hands back to heart center if they're not already. We're going to inhale, hug our right knee in towards our chest. And to exhale, release it down, release the arms, Tadasana Mountain Pose. Good. If you need to shake out that left ankle, go for it. All right. Let's bring our hands back to heart center. Let's take a big breath in and a big breath out. Good. Shift the weight into your right foot. Start to hug your left knee in towards your chest. Good. Let everyone interlace their hands around their left shin or left knee to start. Good. Feel your lower belly pulling in, shoulders down. All right. So your options, okay? We're going to move to the side, so you can bring your right hand to your hip, left hand stays where it is, and you just open the leg. Maybe take a strap around the sole of your left foot. Maybe take peace fingers and thumb around your left big toe. Maybe straighten that leg. All right? I'm going to turn and face you. Good. Just find your drishti point. Keep that breath moving. We have plenty of time during this practice to really become more conscious of your breath. Really listen to it. Really be there with your breath. Don't let it just be kind of a secondary thing. Okay, we're moving into tree pose now. Move slowly, gently, finding your tree pose. Hands to heart center. Just trying to mimic what you did on your first tree pose on the other side. Once you feel, pretty sturdy here, you can start to play around with the arms. Maybe you reach them up, maybe you bring them out wide. Good. Let's bring our hands back to heart center. A few more breaths here. Good. And start to hug your left knee in towards your chest. Exhale, Tadasana, let it go. Awesome work. Shake it out. Okay. All right, rooting in our Tadasana pose. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, fold. Let your head go. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, you're gonna walk to downward facing dog. Find down dog. Good. As you inhale, lift your heels and start to roll through your spine until you find plank pose. If you really roll through your spine, you'll hit a point where you feel like you're in cat pose, and then you're in plank. Good. Inhale, shift forward a little more. Exhale, lower the knees. Bend your elbows lower, all the way down to your belly. Good. All right, thumbs are in line with your ribs. Press the tops of your feet down, lift your kneecaps. Inhale, sweep up, low cobra pose. Good, big inhale. Exhale, forehead down. Let's take our fingertips wide off of our mats. Hands are right underneath our elbows. Little spider cobras here. Inhale, press the fingertips down. Lift your head and your chest up, shoulders down, lower belly in. And exhale, roll down. Nice work. 2 more times. Inhale, spider cobra. Maybe you look up. Exhale, roll down. Good. Last one. Inhale, roll up. And exhale, roll down. All right. Hands alongside your ribs. Let's tuck our toes. Inhale, press up through plank or hands and knees. Exhale, downward facing dog. Big inhale. Sigh it out, let it go. Inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, bend your knees, look in between your hands. Take some baby steps to our forward fold. And then bend our knees. Let's slowly roll up all the way through our spine. Once we're standing, roll the shoulders up and down our backs. Tadasana, mountain pose. Hands to heart center. Let's take a big breath in. And a big breath out. Okay. Start to blink the eyes open if they're closed. Wiggle the fingers, wiggle the toes. All right, we're going to move into more of a little bit of restorative, kind of deep stretching vibe. So let's grab a blanket. All right. You want it folded kind of like a square. This is going to be for your head and your face to rest on. And we're going to set it at the top of our mat, just like so. Okay? Next, you're going to take a pillow, and we're going to place it on the left side of our mat. Okay? Your second pillow, you're going to place it on the right side of your mat, directly in the same line as your first pillow. Okay? Good. Now, we're going to come to our belly. So if being on your belly, being in a prone position doesn't work for you, I know some of you might have some neck issues or shoulder issues or something like that, then you can always sit on a pillow. Okay? Take your, let's say we start with our right arm. You take your right arm up, take your left hand, okay? And you kind of get a stretch like this. Or come to a wall. This is a window, but I'm going to kind of show you. So come to a wall or window, and you take your right arm like this, 90-degree angle, and you just kind of start to turn. And you're going to feel a slight stretch kind of along this region, okay? It's very gentle, so maybe you want to take that. For the rest of us, let's come on to our bellies. I said I wasn't going to give a lot of cues, and here I am cueing. It's just what I love to do. Okay, we're going to come to our bellies. Now we are going to rest our left cheek onto our nice little blanket. My left arm is in a cactus on the ground, and my left elbow is in line with my shoulder. So my elbow is not below or above my shoulder. It's right in line. You're going to tense up on your right fingertips, just like those spider cobras. Left cheek down. Start to roll onto your left hip until you start to feel a stretch along your left chest. maybe even into the armpit, maybe even into the bicep. Okay, now this pillow here is here to kind of catch your leg like mine's doing, or you can set your foot on it if you're a little more open. But it's just to add a little support. So use that pillow, readjust as you need, and breathe here. Good. And again, you can do this at the wall. It's a little gentler. Gentler? I'm not sure if that's a word. It's a little more gentle. Good. Hopefully this is feeling nice for you. Good. Let's take a big inhale. And as we exhale, slowly roll onto our bellies or just releasing. And we're just switching our sides. Okay, so if you're on your belly, your right arm's in a cactus. Again, that elbow is in line with your right shoulder. It's very important here. Tense up on those left fingertips. Rest your right cheek down. Make sure you have a block to catch your left leg. And we're going to roll onto our right hip until we start to feel that stretch along the front of your pec, maybe even in through the armpit or shoulder or arm muscles. Good. Breathe. Adjust as you need to. Again, this pillow is here to catch your leg or foot. Good, we're almost there. Just breathe. Hopefully this feels good. Good. Let's take in another inhale. And exhale, slowly release, rolling onto our bellies. Good. If you're on your belly, let's rest our forehead down, bring our arms alongside our bodies. If you're standing, just find a nice Tadasana pose or a seated meditation. Good. And slowly, very slowly, we're just going to press ourselves to tabletop. And we're going to sit on our heels. Okay. Good job. So, this blanket that we rested our beautiful faces on, now we are going to sit on it. And we're going to bring our pillows in front of our knees. Okay. We're going to sit on a blanket. Maybe you want to sit on a few blankets to really elevate your hips. So what we're doing is we're sitting down on our bottoms. Okay, so now we're going to get into our outer hips. So the first thing you can do, stack your pillows. Your legs are just kind of crossed, like crisscross applesauce. Right leg in front. Slide the pillows a little closer to you and see if you can rest your forehead down, okay? Now you can stack more pillows, of course, always. The more the merrier. And just kind of rest your head down here, okay? Sometimes this might be enough if you're really tight in your hips. Okay, the other option is we're going to place our right foot and kind of a little bit of our right calf onto one pillow. I'm actually going to scoot mine a little closer. Okay, so just like that. And then option one, place this second pillow onto your knees and just kind of rest over. Personally, I don't really like that one. I like to have this pillow in front of me and I like to walk myself out. So I'm really tight today, so right now this is as far as I can go, but we will be here for a few minutes. So, you know, find your position, grab more pillows, more blankets if you need. All right, we got 3 options for you, either crisscross applesauce, stacking the pillows, taking this modified kind of double pigeon variation with the pillow on top of the leg or out in front like I'm doing. Good, so I have my phone here just to check the time. I'm not checking any messages. I just want to make sure that I don't overstretch you guys and girls and beautiful humans. So here we go. Take a few deep breaths. Deep hip stretches can oftentimes bring up just a lot of things and emotions, memories, thoughts, you know. So just know that you are creating space within your body right now, not to kind of eliminate those things or thoughts or memories or emotions. You're creating space within your body right now so that way you are more open to receiving all of the things that come in, whether it's thoughts, memories, emotions, whatever, past, future, present. You're creating space within your body so you're open in your mind and you're open in your heart to be able to accept those things in, see them in their light, shed some more light onto them, and then allow them to release and leave. And that's what we're doing when we move our body. We're moving stagnant energy around. We're moving stale energy out so we can replace it with more light and more love. But sometimes through the process of doing that, you know, things come up that we maybe don't want to think about or feel, and that's okay. Just know that it's okay and you're not alone, right? It's happening to every single one of us. But just know that through the space that you are creating with your body, all of that's getting moved around so it can get moved out. And I always like to say that, you know, instead of kind of focusing so much on like moving forward or being positive or, you know, whatever it is, whatever you hear constantly, it's more about really embracing every aspect of who you are and inviting all parts of yourself in. I like to say that every emotion that we feel, whether it's joy, anger, love, lust, frustration, betrayal, whatever it may be, every single emotion deserves a seat at the table, right? Every emotion is just starving for attention, and sometimes it needs the attention so that way it can move, it can go away. So all that being said, if anything is coming up here, I want you to breathe. I want you to think, inhale for 4 counts and exhale for 4 counts. Okay, we're here for about 1 more minute. Good. And slowly start to roll yourself back up. If you need to straighten out your legs and shake them out, go for it. And we're just switching sides, so setting yourself up for your second side. Adjusting as you need to. Good. You'll start with a nice tall spine, and then when you're ready, you'll walk yourself out. And breathing. And just start to see if there's somewhere in the body that you can soften. Maybe as simple as releasing your jaw. Just see where there's still tension and just see where you can breathe into. I think it's also important to note that, you may have been in other yoga classes before, and I know that I've said it in some of my classes that, sometimes things come up when we practice and it's okay. And, we say that, but then oftentimes we don't really get to see that, right? We don't really see that in other practitioners. No one ever really, posts about it on social media, and but it's a real thing. It happens. I was taking a yin class about 2 weeks ago, and I don't know, something just got released within my body, and I just remember I just started crying, but about really nothing in specific. There wasn't any specific memory or anything that really triggered anything specific. I just released an emotion, and through that release, I just started to cry, but it wasn't a bad thing. I had a great practice. I honestly felt great afterwards. So also just note that sometimes things come up and we can't really pinpoint what it triggered or what it's from, and that's okay. Not everything needs a label. Good. About 30 more seconds here. Starting to deepen your breath a little bit. Slowly start to wiggle yourself back up. Very nice. Shaking out the legs. We're actually going to straighten our legs out in front of us. You can keep the pillows where they are. Sometimes that feels nice to kind of have one pillow kind of supporting your hamstrings and your knees, and the other one supporting your feet and calves. Okay, but you can also just not use any props at all here. And you can bend your knees here too. But we're just going to inhale, lift our arms up, and exhale, roll ourselves down. Inhale, roll up, reach the arms up. Exhale, roll down. Good, just taking rolling rivers here, so every inhale, roll yourself up, reach the arms up. And every exhale, you fold forward. And let your head and neck get involved here as much as is comfortable. And then the next time that you fold forward, let's stay. And inhale, slowly roll up through your spine. Good job. All right, slowly we're going to reposition our pillows. So we're going to take one pillow vertical in front of us. And we're going to take, we have a second blanket, and we're going to place it over the top of that pillow. So it's kind of like a pillow on top of a pillow. Okay, and then the blanket that we're sitting on, we're going to slide it so it's, touching the edge, the back edge of our first pillow. And then we're going to turn, we're going to sit down on our blanket. Our second pillow, we're going to slide it underneath our knees. So if we were to straighten our legs, it would be underneath our knees. And then we're slowly going to walk ourselves back, resting our head on that blanket. Okay, arms out. So taking a heart opening Shavasana here. Take a few breaths just to readjust as you need to. If you need extra blankets or if you need to cover up, if you want to place something over your eyes, that's always a great idea. And then once you feel comfortable, take one big breath in through your nose. Hold the breath. And exhale, let it go. I'm going to offer up a little Samavriti breathing breath technique for Shavasana if you would like to join. If not, totally fine, just slip away into your Shavasana. If you would like to take the breathing technique, I want you to exhale all of your air out. Inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4, hold. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, hold, exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, hold. Inhale for 4 counts. Hold for 4. Exhale for 4 counts. And hold for 4. You can continue this Samavriti breath if you would like, counting in your head. Or you can let it go completely, slipping away into your Shavasana. And I'll guide you out of Shavasana when it's time. like to rest longer in your Shavasana, you can stay. Otherwise, let's start to deepen our breath. Let's wiggle our fingers and our toes. Maybe sway the head side to side. Just being gentle here, waking up the physical body with subtle movements. And then when you feel ready, reach your arms up and overhead. Find a long body stretch from fingers to toes. And then start to bend your knees. You're going to roll to one side in fetal pose. It can be the right or left side. You can take fetal pose on your pillow or just roll right off your props, curling yourself into a tight little ball. And then when you're ready, place your top hand down, gently press yourself up to a comfortable seated posture. It's a nice little meditative seat here, sitting yourself onto any props if you'd like. Just find a nice tall spine, palms rest in your lap, either face down or face up. And just feeling and noticing the space that's been created in your body, your mind, your heart. And just notice this clean slate that you've created for yourself. Brand new moment, brand new energy, a brand new beginning. May your yoga practice always remind you that you can always, always begin again. Let's bring our palms together to heart center. Let's take a big breath in through our nose for our practice and our strong, beautiful, capable bodies. Exhale, let that go. And let's take another big inhale through the nose for all of our loved ones, our friends, our families. And to exhale, let that go. Last one, big inhale, this time for you and all of the love and care and gratitude that you have for yourself. And to exhale, let it go. Ending with a mantra, Loka samasta sukhi no bhavantu. May all beings everywhere be happy and free, and may my thoughts, words, and actions contribute to those being happy and free. Namaste. Namaste, friends. Hope you have a beautiful, beautiful rest of your day, night, week, whatever it may be for you. I hope that this was helpful for you. As always, if you have any comments, questions, or concerns, please feel free to send me an email, chastitynomadicrabbit@gmail.com. You can also reach me on social media at superchast with 2 underscores. All right. Namaste. Stay groovy.